there, YouTube. This is Todd, and I'm going to show you my Intex 16 by 32 and 52 inch deep pool. I have two kids. They are 11 and 9 years old, and we had a 15-inch round a couple of years ago, and we wanted something that they could have a little more fun in because they quickly outgrew that. And so we upgraded to this, and I will go ahead and tell you, if you're thinking about it, I would do it, because my kids are in this thing every day in the summer, and they love it. So this is pretty much the pool. I'll go ahead and kind of give you an overview. So this is 16 by 32 by 52 inch deep. You can see it right there on the label. This is a $200 ladder right here on Amazon. I had a friend kind of just say, hold on to this for me, and so I gladly did. And so as long as he let me hold it, I'm going to use it. The pool was $1,200 on Amazon. Amazon Prime members get free shipping, which I recommend, because this sucker comes in on a semi-truck, and it's big and it's a lot. It's really heavy. So the guy was nice enough to bring it up the driveway and put it in our backyard for us, and really, really good for him to do that. But anyway, so we got the pool, we got the ladder, and I hope this gives you an idea how long it is. For me, I can swim laps in it, back and forth, probably about, I don't know, 12 strokes, 15 strokes, something. But I can go ahead and tell you, back and forth 4 or 5 times, I'm already wore out because I'm out of shape. So kids can do everything they want to do in it. They can do volleyball. They can do, swim underwater, do cannonballs, you name it, they can do it. So they enjoy it. So this is pretty much the pool, the size of it. I've had it for a couple years now. You can see a couple things. You know, it is getting a little bit of rust right here on the edges. I run salt water in here, so it does keep the water crystal clear. So that's not too bad. It cost me $80 in my area to fill this pool up. So, you know, if you're thinking, oh man, it's going to be expensive, your area might vary, but it cost me $80. And all I did was call down to the water department and say, hey, I'm filling up a pool. And they knocked some off. That way, you know, I didn't get charged for the sewage side of it, just for the water side of it. So if you're filling one up, I recommend calling your water department, letting them know, and that way you don't get hit with the sewage side or the drainage side of it as well, if your area does that. But anyway, the pool stays relatively warm. I'm in South Alabama, so we don't have a heater or anything like that on it. We don't have a solar heater. It's pretty good. My kids, they jump in it around April, May, and get out of it maybe, you know, September, October. Just kind of depends on what the weather's doing. So you know, they get a lot of use out of it, and I will tell you, they're in it every day. They really, really enjoy it. So there's the ladder. This is the pool, really big. You can see that I've got the return running right now and the filter running, and it puts out a lot of water there. We run that for about 8 hours. Keeps the pool really clean. Run a salt system. Everything came from Intex. I'll just kind of show you. Forgive me because it's a little messed up over here right now, but this is the filtration system. It's a Intex sand filter. It's just standard sand filter, nothing fancy. Came from Intex. It's a few years old. I actually ran this on my 15 foot. So that's it. That's the salt system. And this is my second one of these, because the first time, and you can see right here, you know, it's starting to build up, scale. You're going to want to do maintenance on that and keep it clean. Else you're going to be buying a new one every year, and I learned that. So this year I'm going to make sure that, you know, this guy stays good and clean, and I'm going to break this apart in just a little bit here and get this all taken care of. But I did want to show you what it looks like once, you know, the hardness of the water or whatever, we'll build that up. With this salt system, you know, this water staying this clean. I put the salt in it at the beginning of the year. After doing that, I balanced it, got it balanced and stabilized. I've never had to add any more salt, any more chemical, you know, no pH up, no pH down. Everything has stayed balanced. After a big storm, we get those in the afternoons pretty much daily in June and July here. You know, so maybe once a week or once every other week I'll check it, and I might have to throw some saltwater shock in it. But outside of that, there's really no maintenance, except for you can see a few leaves in there, and you can see the shade. I'll tell you, this is my pain at my house. I've got this big pecan tree in my neighbor's yard that I would love to have cut down, but it doesn't look like it's going to go anywhere. And then in my backyard, right above the pool, I've got all this madness in my neighbor's yard that I'd love to have cut down, but they're not going to do anything with that either. I've even offered to pay half, and they're just happy to see the leaves dump in my pool, I guess. So anyway, that is a weekly chore to clean this pool and get the leaves done. On this side of it, I've got a Hayward filter skimmer that I cut into the pool. This is really easy. I don't do this stuff. I've never done any plumbing, and I actually looked on YouTube a little bit before doing it. I was scared about cutting into this liner, a $1,200 liner, but it was really easy, and it took me no time at all, no experience, never done anything like this. This is my first time ever doing anything like this, and you can see that it is doing pretty good, sucking in all that junk right there. So anyway, it keeps the pool pretty clean on its own. And I'll come out here in a day and that sucker will be full of leaves if it's windy. I did hard plumb this side so I could add that. So, you know, usually you just get a little flex tube and it runs into your sand filter. Well, I hard plumb this and then, you know, kind of splice this part in there and let it go into that, and it works really good. When I clean the pool, your vacuum kind of just plugs right into here, so you can use your vacuum tube and clean it. And when I do that, I turn this side right here, I turn this off. You can just flip it and turn it off, and then the suction works really good, and I have no problem picking up even large leaves with the vacuum pump. So this, you know, it works really good. And you guys, as you already saw, you know, this sucker is, you know, putting out the water, so no problem there. And for you guys that like to look at gauges, hey, there's a gauge, so that's what that shows you. Look at the gauge. Backwash this thing about once a week, once every other week maybe, and stays really good. So you can see the pool stays really clean, low maintenance. Get the salt system, get a sand filter, get it balanced, works really good. I guess my total cost into this, I also have the little Intex light here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's a little magnetic light, and on the outside it looks like this. So I'm an Intex cheapo fanboy, I guess. But anyway, that lights up the pool really well. On a pool this size, you really need two. I just got one because we don't really swim at night very much, and I've got floodlights that shoot out over here. But anyway, it's a really good pool. I recommend it for anybody. Your total cost with the pool, $1,200. That's with shipping, everything. You need to get your land. You need to get here. This area right here needs to be really flat and level. And what I did was, because I work in IT and I'm not really a land leveling guy, I did do my 15-foot round and knew that I did not want to do this one. Went on Craigslist and paid a guy a couple $100, and he came out here with a crew and leveled it all out, scraped all the grass out for me, got it down to the dirt and got it nice and level. And for extra good measure, I just came behind him and sprayed a bunch of weed killer on the dirt and all that, so nothing would grow up. Did that, and I put a couple of heavy duty tarps down, not the tarp that came with the pool, but a couple of real good heavy duty tarps. And this is my second year of having this pool, and there are no poke ups or anything trying to grow into the liner. And I live in South Alabama. This is a really temperate area, and you know, everything grows down here, so there's nothing growing through the liner. So if I can do that, you know, wherever you guys are, you can definitely do that, unless you live on top of a bamboo farm. But anyway, so this is it, and hope you guys enjoyed this little walk around. And like I said, $2,000 for the pool, or I'm sorry, $1,200 for the pool, $200 for the leveling, another $200 for this, which I recommend. It should come with a sand filter. If yours doesn't, pick another one of those up for another $200, and get the saltwater system for another 150 or 200, depending on when you buy. So you know, you're looking at around $2 grand, and you guys can have a pool versus $20,000 for something this similar size. Now, of course, an in-ground would be deeper, but really, you know, if you're just going to have something you want to play around in and have fun, and this really does the job and get you by for a few years. So hope you guys enjoyed, and if you got any questions, feel free to ask. I'll be happy to help. And if you want to ridicule me and make fun of me for being an Alabama redneck with the largest redneck pool known to man, I accept that. Thank you very much.